Good morning. Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. It's 9 a.m. and we will be starting very soon. Yeah, I will just give our people a few minutes allowance so that more people can join. We have just 18 people. Class, we had about 100 people. So let's just give people a few more minutes. Say at around 3 to 5 minutes before we can start. Thank you. Hi everyone. Yeah, good morning. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. Yes, those of you complaining there's no audio, there's been audio. I addressed us earlier that we'll take just we'll take additional few minutes so that more people can join. And I see that quite a lot of people have joined already. We are reading 49. So I think it's a convenient time for us to start. So I'll be leading on through the opening prayer. My name is Kebir Tairokuye, and to share the event with me, to host the event with me is my senior colleague Aja Wasila Lanwajo Deshina. But before she gives us the intro, we'll be taking the opening prayer, which will be followed briefly by recitation from the Gospel and by the Secretary of the House. So we pray to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and we thank him for making us meet again for the two session of the event. We pray to him to continue to make it easy for us to understand the lessons, training, and make it beneficial for each and every one of us. Pray to Allah to continue to bless the facilitator and also all that he lays down on. We will begin again with Bismillah and we pray that Allah make us end Alhamdulillah Al-Fatiha. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. Ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين آمين. Now, we take the recitation from the Quran. Malam Atanda. Malam Atanda, I can't hear you. Madam Atanda, we can't hear you. We can see you, but we can't hear you. I think he's struggling with his audio there. Okay, we'll move on. If he's able to get his audio sorted before we start, we'll take the recitation. As we move on to Sister Wasila Lanwaju, who will just give us the intro, and then we'll start the lecture once the lecturer comes in. Sister Wasila.
Assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum salam.
Assalamu alaikum, everybody. You are welcome to the Quickbooks, the second section of the Quickbook. And I hope that you gain a lot today. Please, let's try as much as possible to do our best for the software and be the best that we can. And I hope that whatever we gain today, it will be beneficial for you and for us too. Thank you very much. God bless.
All right, thank you, Ma, for the short introduction. Yeah, just to give heads up, is the day two session of the 4 week long training on the use of QuickBooks. We had our trainer who took us through the session last week, and today we'll be doing another round. It will be between 9 a.m. and 2 p.m. Yes, okay, yeah. I remember we said last week that today's class will be data analytics because the lecturer will probably not be available. But we're able to sort that out. We won't be taking the analytics again. We'll be going back to the normal calendar, the normal course outline. We'll have the day two session of the usage of QuickBooks. So I'm sure a lot of us did a number of documentations last week and we followed through. So we will take it from where we stopped last week. The lecture is about signing in. We just reached him a few minutes ago. He's out of location. He's out of Lagos, so he's trying to log in from the place he is. So please let us give him a few more minutes for him to sort out his logging in and join us. So please just exercise some patience. Thank you.
Hello, sir. Mr. Kuye.
Yes, I'm with you, sir.
Somebody is raising up. One Sulaiman is raising up his hand.
Yeah, I see them. I want to think that yeah, I think it's an error. He has dropped it because it was like that immediately. He joined. He has dropped his hand, so it's just a mistake. Remember, like we said at the last session, anybody that needs to call our attention should please drop it on the chat. That's why we don't appreciate that people just drop greetings on the chat. It's not necessary. So that we'll be able to track the message people are trying to pass to us. So drop it on the chat, and where necessary, you can now tell us. We can now decide if you want to talk and allow you to talk. But you don't want to cause confusion in the house. You don't need to drop your names and your membership number. It's not required, and we don't want to clog the box. If you have questions, use the Q&A box. If you have, you just want to drop comments, you can use the chat box. But thank you, everybody. Let's not clog it with good morning, good morning, good morning, so that we don't have lots of messages there to be tracking the ones that require urgent attention. Thank you for your understanding. I see that a question has been dropped already. Once the lecturer comes in, he's going to pick it up and respond. So please, let's just give him a few more minutes. He's trying to join. Thank you.
Okay, Alhamdulillah, I'm back. Am I audible now?
Okay, yes, we can hear you. So you can give us the recitation.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله. My name is Abdul Hakim Atandawala Buke. I am reading from the glorious Quran, Quran chapter 57, from verse 20. That is Surah Al-Hadid. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم اعلموا أنما الحياة الدنيا لعب ولهو وزينة وتفاخر بينكم وتكاثر في الأموال والأولاد كمثل غيث أعجب الكفار نباته ثم يهيج فتراه مصفرا ثم يكون حطاما وفي الآخرة عذاب شديد ومغفرة من الله ورضوان وما الحياة الدنيا إلا متاع الغرور سابقوا إلى مغفرة من ربكم وجنات عرضها كعرض السماء والأرض أعدت للذين آمنوا بالله ورسله ذلك فضل الله يؤتيه من يشاء والله ذو الفضل العظيم. Inshallah, it will be sufficient to stop on those two verses. The meaning goes thus. Allah says, know that this world's life is only sport and play and gaiety and boasting among yourselves and a vying in the multiplication of wealth and children, like the rain, whose causing the vegetation to grow, pleases the husbandman, then it withers away, so that you will see it become yellow. Then it becomes dried up and broken down. And in the hereafter is a severe chastisement and also forgiveness from Allah and His pleasure. And this world's life is not but means of deception. Hasten to forgiveness from your Lord and to a gathering the extensiveness of which is as the extensiveness of the heaven and the earth. It is prepared for those who believe in Allah and His apostles. That is the grace of Allah. He gives it to whom He pleases, and Allah is the Lord of mighty grace. Sadaqallahu al-Azim. Now, may Allah accept it as an act of ibadah. Now, over to you, sir.
I mean, Jazakumullah khairan. Thank you very much for this citation. I also still have to apologize to everyone. The lecturer is, like I said, is out of location. This was why we didn't want to hold this session this week today and replace it with data analytics. But unfortunately, the data analytics expert was not, give us late information. So we were able to reach the lecturer and he said, okay, we'll try to join. I think he's not in Lagos, he's in south, and is struggling to get good reception. So please, let's just give him a few more minutes. He's trying to move from his present place to another place if he could get a better reception there. So please, once again, I apologize. It's just Nigeria's network situation that's causing this. So Facilitator is already, it's been available ever since. It's just been struggling to get connected onto the portal, onto the training platform. So please, once again, I apologize. Let's just exercise some more patience. Some of us find there's a question. Some of us find it difficult to join the program last week. These technical challenges from Microsoft Teams initially created. How are we going to get on with the question today? Is there any way to get a training note and slides if available into our email? So we did recordings. We had issue recording last week. We already recording this session. We had issue recording from Microsoft Teams last week too, based on the person who said the meeting. So unfortunately, we do not have the recorded session, but the lecturer has a slide, and yes, we'll be sharing the slides with the emails of those of us that are on the platform. So yes, we'll share the slides, but we'll share the recording from today's session because there isn't Zoom, but the recording of last class was also not available, or it's not available. Then would there be a recap? Yes, maybe when facilitator comes in, we'll tell him to just take one step backwards a bit, and then, but of course, he cannot take us all of the things he took us last week. That was about 5 hour session. I want him to do it in 10 minutes. It'll just be a bit of backtrack to bring back us into to bring us into speed, and then we can continue. We'll let him know when he joins. But like I said, once again, please exercise some patience. He's really struggling to get connected there. He's out of Lagos. And once he's able to do that, we'll continue. I apologize again, please. Thank you.
Benza. Okay, the entire house, I'm sorry. I'm just coming in. I have issue with my network. But alhamdulillah, I think I'm here now. Can anybody hear me?
Yeah. Yes, we can hear you. Welcome, sir.
I'm very, very sorry.
Not a problem.
Can we start?
Yes, please. We have been waiting. We wanted to start immediately.
I'm very, very sorry.
Yeah, I've
Okay,
apologized on
once
your
again-
behalf to the house and I explained your situation about the network issue.
Oh,
So,
thank you very much.
right,
Once
sir.
again, my name is Abdurrashid Adewale Oluguna, membership number 29519, a chartered accountant and a software developer. And like I said, we have been doing this for years. The last time we looked at the QuickBooks accounting software, the overview rather, and as well, we were able to touch the first aspect of it, which is the chart of accounts. So like I was told, I will do a quick recap on what we have discussed the last class. I want to share my screen. I don't know whether I can share my screen. Post disable participant from sharing screen. Hello, Abu. Can you hear me? Hello.
We can hear you clearly. We can hear you clearly.
Is as if
Yes,
I have been disabled to share my screen.
I'll give you host now so that I can share your screen.
You said what?
I'm making you the host now, so you'll be able to share your screen.
Okay, I'm waiting.
I've done that now. I've done that. You're now the host.
Okay. Link QuickBooks. Can't I share the desktop like the other one? Basic. File. I'm sorry, please. Is it convenient? Is it possible for me to share my desktop the way I did the other time?
Yes, it's possible.
Because this time, okay, screen.
Yeah, just click on the screen.
Okay, thank you. I get that.
Yes, you can see.
Does anybody can see my screen now?
Yes, I can see your entire screen. The Zoom.
Okay, I'm going to the QuickBooks accounting software. That is where we started the other time. So everybody can see my screen now.
Yes, we can.
Okay, good. Now, like I was told, I'm supposed to do a recap for what we learned last week. So I'm going to start from the overview. How can I move this thing? Okay, I can move it. Okay, good. So what I was explaining the other time, those things I explained to you the other time, is all about QuickBooks accounting software, what you can use it to do, the different version that you have. Like I said, you have QuickBooks Pro, you have QuickBooks Premier, you have QuickBooks Enterprise. And for the Premier and the Enterprise, you as well have Accountant Edition for these two. Are we together?
Yes, we have. Yes, we have.
Okay, good. Now, I mentioned something like preference, that this preference is the place that you will configure how you want your system to be operating. And how do you get to reference by preference? You just need to click on your edit and you will see preference at the bottom of it. Like I said, as far as edit button is concerned, the page that you open down determines what you will be seeing. If you open down one page now, you will be seeing something else. If you open another page, you'll be seeing something else. That is how edit button works. And I explained to you what you can do with a view. That's what I use to configure the way I want to be seeing my own desktop. You can start your own and decide what you want to do with it. Then the next one to that is the list. List is where you configure how your business will be operating. Everything that your system will be used, your company you'll be using to operate, everything will be configured on that list. Chart of accounts, which is the list of ledgers, it will be configured there. Item list, which is those things that you sell to your customer, whether service or physical items. Those things will be configured over there. Fixed items, fixed asset items, which are the things that you are using to run your business. The fixed items that you are using to run your business, they will be configured there as well. Before you now have something like price level, the billing rates, the sales tax code, payroll items, and so on like that. And the most importantly, another thing that you have there that is more interesting to me is the class. When I was explaining the last time, I told you that class is very, very good for business. You can use class to do what we call departmentalization in your business. You want to know how much you are getting from branch A, how much you are getting from branch B and branch C, and so on like that. You can decide to name them classes. You can say Asaba branch, that is the first class. Benin branch, that's another class. Ilorin branch, that's another class. So anytime you are doing your posting, whether in the area of receiving payment or making payment, the moment you apply this class, you'll be able to know how much you are getting from this part of business. And the last time we demonstrated with one of my clients' database, which I said you should pause your recording. Of course, I don't have it here. So we use the case of Christ Embassy, where they have something like winning mission, ruling mission, and the third one. So they want to know what is coming in from each mission, and we have configured their business to work in that manner. Then another thing I want to mention is the area of favorite. I mentioned favorite to you the other time. When I was explaining favorite, I said it's basically what you think you use always. You can key in those things that you know you use always, like your write check, like your make general journal. These items, you know, this area, you know, you go to the places almost every time. You can customize all the things, all those things that you play with into favorite. The next to that is accountant. And I mentioned to you that the case of accountant, you are seeing it here because I'm using accountant edition. If I'm not using accountant edition, I will not be able to see it. Are we following? Hello?
Yes, we are, sir.
Thank you. Now, then the next to that is the company where you can change your password. You can configure your company's name, the address, and so on like that. Then next to that, you have your customers where you can log into customer center, add new customer, edit the existing one, know who is owing you among them, and who is actually having a negative balance, meaning you are owing the person. Sorry, having negative balance, meaning the person is owing you. Then similarly, you have the vendor, which is equivalent to supplier, which is equivalent to supplier, and we have the employees, likewise the banking and the report. I explained a lot of things on that report the other time, what you can do with it, how you can change the title, how you can customize it, how you can memorize it, and so on like that. And lastly, we were able to touch the chart of account. Can somebody remind me the shortcut for entry chart of account? Anybody here can tell me the shortcut we use for chart of account? Hello?
Mr. Rashid, you can only read the comments of the participants. They are all on the attendees side.
Okay, they are all on attendees. And
yes.
how will I get their comment, please?
You can read their comments on the chat.
Okay. And it might be necessary for me to locate the chat. Okay, there's a place called question and chat. I've seen the chat. Okay, now my question is that can somebody remind me? Can someone here?
No, you don't need it. You don't need to type it. Just
okay.
Say
Can
it.
they hear me? Control A. Okay, somebody is answering me. Okay, thank you very much. Control A. So the answer is correct. It's Control A actually. And if I press Control A on my keyboard, of course, I will find myself under chart of account. So I'm going to press that now. Control A. And you can see now that I am already at a chart of accounts. Okay, once again, can somebody remind me the shortcut for entering a new ledger? If I want to add a new ledger to this list of chart of accounts, can somebody tell me the shortcut for that? I'm waiting, please. Anybody remember the shortcut to enter a new ledger chart of accounts? Nobody. Control N. Thank you. Control N. So the answer is actually correct. Yes, it's Control N. You can as well right click and choose new. That's interesting. I'm happy to see all this. Meaning everybody followed up the last time. So meaning everybody followed up the last time. And I remember that I explained to you how you can play with this chart of account to do some miracles. Miracles like mother and child relationship. And like we said, that for any reason, at any time, you do not key in anything inside the mother. The children will take care of their children. Sorry, of their mother. For any reason, at any time, you don't key in anything into the mother. The children will take care of their mother. That was what we explained the other time. So the rule still stands. Meanwhile, we're able to touch something like how to undo the cash and cash equivalent with your banks, how to play with what's it called? The depreciation under the asset type side, and what we call the computerization of assets. So today, I'm going to move on to the next one. Of course, I don't know. Let me check first. I think we stop at. Can somebody remind me where we stopped the other time? Can you remember where we stopped? We mentioned the history. I think we are done with this. Okay. Okay, can somebody remind me where we start? Is it not under how do we post opening balances we have on the debtors and creditors before the usage of Quickbooks accounting package? Okay, this is a question from Taiwo Nureni. This question, the questionnaire should please keep the question. We are going to answer that question maybe after like 2 hours of our lecture. Meanwhile, have it in mind that my system is fully charged and it will not last more than 3-4 hours. So what I'm going to do, after 2 hours of lecture, and I can see the level of my battery, will start the questioning. So this person should please keep this question and let us go with the main thing now. I want to remember that the last place we stopped was actually how we, what's it called? Chart of accounts configuration. So I want to go into the next one now, which is setting up inventory items. Setting up inventory items. Sir, please, can you please unmute this so that we can bring this class to life, please? I don't mind. If any one of them misbehave, you can mute the person, please. Let us bring this class back to life, please. Sir?
Now, this particular setup is a webinar setup.
Yeah.
And only the panelists can talk. If anybody wants to talk, they can raise up their hand and you can release your audio for them to talk. Then you mute them back. But the webinar is structured in such a way that only panelists can talk without. Had it been we are using a normal Zoom.
Can you speak louder, please?
Had it been we are using a normal Zoom meeting, it would have been easier for us to say we are not able to talk. But in this case, it's a webinar setup, and only the panelists and the host can actually talk. If anybody wants to talk, they can raise up their hand. Then you can unmute their audio.
No, I just want to be sure that the class is following me. I don't like talking alone without seeing people following me.
As we talk now, we have 81 people on this webinar. 81.
Okay, I can see that too.
Yeah.
Okay, it's all right. It's all right. Let me assume they are following, and I keep moving with the class. But if they have any question, they should keep it for another 2 hours when we'll be entertaining question. Okay, let's go. So what I'm trying to explain to you here is how do you set up the inventory items for QuickBooks accounting package. I'm going to switch this page to the QuickBooks itself. QuickBooks itself. And we are going into how you can actually add inventory into the system. I'm starting from the list again. You know, the other time I told you that you can get a chart of account from the list. And this time around again, I'm going back to the list. And from the list, I'm going to choose item list. While I'm choosing item list, you can see the list of things that I have on the item list now, that these are products and services that this Learn QuickBooks company is rendering to the public. How do you know this more? Please follow my mouse, my cursor to where we have type. You can see the different type of inventory items that you can key in. This is a service item. This one is a service as well. This is inventory parts. This is inventory part. And lastly, we have something called inventory assembly. Now, I'm going to show you how you are going to add the inventory parts. I'm going to show you how to add service item. I'm going to show you how to add inventory assembly. So let us start with the first one, which is service. When do you use service? You actually use service when you don't have any physical item to sell to person. Like as we do in SOS and Associates, we do not have physical item to sell to people. What we do mostly is that we go to client's office, render service to them. When we finish up with our service, we give them their bills, we'll be waiting for payment. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to add a service, which is accountancy service, to this interface that we have. Okay. So how do you get to the place? The same rules, the same formula that you apply when you were using the other one, the chart of account. This same formula is applicable here. What do I mean by that? Your Control N for new is applicable. Your Control D for delete is applicable. Your Control E for edit is applicable. At the same time, if you right click on it, as I'm doing now, I can add new items. I can edit the items. I can duplicate the items to edit it for a final use. I can as well delete the item from here. At the same time, can I move this thing away from this place slightly? I think I can. At the same time, sorry, sir. At the same time, I can click on the item and choose new, or choose edit, or choose duplicate, or delete, and so on like that. Another good thing about the item is this: you can actually bring in multiple items using this interface. Add multiple items to the list. I'm going to demonstrate that for you. Okay, let me take this back to the bottom. Then we can keep enjoying our page. I'm going to close this multiple page for now. When we need it, we'll go back to the place. And again, I want to start by adding accountancy services, which I'm going to use Control N on my keyboard to take me to the new one. As I'm entering the new one, what do you see? You can see that the list of types of things I can render, they just pop up on the page. The first one amongst them is the service. The next to that is inventory part, inventory assembly, non-inventory part, other charges, subtotal, group, and so on like that. I'm going to explain only 4 or 5 of these items to you now. The first one I'm going to explain is the case of service. Like I said, the service is used when you do not have any physical item you want to sell to your customers. Rather, you render service to them. So what you do is that you just key it in as normal service. In this case, is what you're supposed to key in will be limited. Then next to that is inventory part. You use inventory part in two cases. You use inventory part if you are wholesalers, that you have physical items that you are selling to people, number one. Then number two, when you are a manufacturer, that you have things that you produce and sell to the people. In these two cases, you will use inventory part. At the same time, the next to that is a inventory assembly. The inventory assembly, you will use it in one case when you are a manufacturing company. How does the inventory assembly works? The inventory assembly will give you the privilege to put all your components together and form only one product. I'm going to give you an instance of my laptop. This my laptop has camera. Camera is inventory part. My laptop has screen. My screen is inventory part. My keyboard is inventory part. The battery is inventory part. I'm going to register all these part first on my system. Then I will put all of them together inside inventory assembly, meaning the combination of one camera, one screen, one battery, one keyboard, one panel will give me the assembly of one laptop. Are we following? Can somebody chat me that we are following me?
Yes, we are following.
Good. Now, the last one I might want to explain here is the group. The other charges, the normal charges that you add to your manufacturing products. The discount is what you think you want to be giving to people. You can configure it as well. But the next one that I think it requires explanation is the group. How do you use group? For instance, I am selling laptop and I am telling anybody buying my laptop, for every laptop you buy, I will give you one power bank. For every laptop you buy, I will give you one smartwatch. You have directly or indirectly married the laptop with another gift items in your store. So when you are selling the laptop, the group item that you marry to it must also be available in the store. That's what it means. Or you say, if anybody buys 3 laptops, such person is entitled to 1 power bank or 1 smartwatch or 1 handset and so on like that. That is how you use the group. So I'm going to start from the first one. The first thing for me to do as a service, I'm going to pick service. Then it's ask me item name / number. What is my item name? In this time, I'm going to write accountancy service. That is the service I want to render. Then it's asking me whether it's using unit of measure. I said no. What do you use unit of measure for? Unit of measure is applicable in a situation whereby you are running a manufacturing company and you know how many kg will give you 1 loaf of bread, how many kg of flour, how many kg of what's it called, of wheat, how many kg of all the components of bread. You know them. Then you can decide to say, I want to apply unit of measure to it. But in natural sense, I have to be sincere with you, I don't use it. Why? I don't use it because I believe that ordinarily I know that most of my measurements is written in a formula. There will be a formula by the organization that they will give to you, that this kg plus this kg makes this. So I don't bother to use what Quickbooks provides. Then next to that is the rate. What is the rate means? If I'm renting accountancy service, how much do I charge? Because my price may vary, then I will leave the decision to the time I want to use it. If I know that this thing is static, is permanent, I can say, okay, For every accountancy jobs that we render, we will not take more or less 100,000 naira. That in that case, I can put 100,000 naira. But if I am sure that I don't really know, my client will decide how much I'm going to collect for this service, then I will leave it as 0. I will leave it as 0 and keep moving. Then the next one is asking me the tax code. What is the tax code? In Nigeria, what we are doing mainly is what's it called? Value added tax. Our own is value added tax. You can actually configure value added tax from here by click on add, so that anytime you want to use it, you'll be seeing it here. Or you say, no, I don't charge VAT, then you overlooked it. But for the purpose of this training, I'm going to add one tax, which is our VAT, to this application now. You can do it in various ways. What do I mean by that? The page you open to use it can take you to where you can configure it. If you don't want to do it from that angle, you can as well do it on your item list. If you don't want to do it from here, you can as well do it under your sales tax. Manage, look at it from here. Manage sales tax. So we missed the road. You can as well do it under manage sales tax. So I'm going to do it from manage sales tax here. Then from here, I will click on manage sales tax. Then from here, I'm going to click on the preference. Okay, this is our preference that we play with the other time. We don't need this. I think I have one already. Value added tax. Okay, I believe I must have configured this before. I don't see it from my. Excuse me, please. Okay. Okay, let me add it from here, please. Then I'm going to click on add. Is a VAT. VAT is a taxable. And okay. Okay. So by the time I have placed the VAT that I want to be charging here, or I leave it as my tax, meaning the thing is taxable, then I cannot choose the income account. What is the income account is going to do? Anytime they are making payment for this particular service to me, it means it must enter into that my income account. I will now need to click on the button. Then from the list of what I have in my chart of account already configured, I can pick any one of them to be my income account for this particular service. I want to believe by now, this thing is already getting mixing up for some people. Have it in mind that chart of account is one thing, which we call the list of all your ledgers. Then have it in mind that item list is another thing, which is the list of your things that you sell, whether physical product or service. So for you to be able to configure everything that you sell, you must be able to provide few things: the name of the item that you sell, the expected income account, and the expected cost of goods sold in the case of item inventory part or inventory assembly. I hope you are getting my point. Let me repeat it. Let me repeat it. So what I'm trying to explain to you now is that in the case of chart of account, we said is the list of all your ledgers, whether income, whether expenses, whether fixed, whether non-fixed, and so on. Anything that is your ledger, chart of account is the list of all of them. While item list is the list of those things that you are selling in your business. They are two different things. Now, for you to be able to configure those things that you sell, you should be able to provide few things. What one of those things is the name. Yes, sir, you're turning back, sir. Okay, sir. So one of those things you need to understand here now is that the name of that item that you are selling is important to you. Then 2 or 3 other things that is important to you now is the rate at which you want to sell it. Then the account, the expected account that the money should go to in case you sell it. And if it is the case of inventory part or inventory assembly, the expected ledger account that should take care of your cost of goods sold. So this basic information is very, very important. Don't get it mixed up. The only thing that I think that is changing here is whether it is taxable or is not taxable. If it is taxable, you choose your tax. Or if you have your own configure one like our VAT, you pick it. Then lastly, you will now need to pick what? Pick your account that the money should be going to when you make sales. I think it's clear. Hello, can somebody tell me whether it's clear? Hello? Yes. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. It's okay. Thank you. So now I'm going to choose one account, which I will call service sales account. Service sales account. Okay. Let me from here teach you another thing. Let's say, for instance, the particular income account that you want to play with is not on this list. You can as well enter it from here indirectly. How do you do that? Let's say I'm looking for one account here. This is computer and electronics. I don't want it. Hardware maintenance. I don't want it. What I'm actually looking for is a accountancy, consultancy. Sorry, I'm looking for consultancy services. And as you can see on our list, we don't have anything called consultancy services. From this position I can decide to type let me capitalize it. Consultancy services. You can see that it's not popping up. It's not reducing my value, meaning I don't have it on my list. So what do I want to do now? I'm going to press tap on my keyboard, but it's telling me that consultancy services is not in the account list. Setup. Then I'm going to choose setup from here. Then as you can see, that is now coming up for me where I can put my ledger number. The name of the services ledger is there. Then it's a sub account. Look at this trick. Look at the trick here. There's a trick here now. I do not know the last number on my ledger under the income type. So I want to pick from my main account so that I'll be able to know the last number. So what will I do? I'm going to choose sub account of what? This income. Meanwhile, the last number on the income is what? Is 2506. So I choose sub account of income, and here the last number is 2506. I'm going to choose 2507. Then after doing that, I put my small description if I like. I can say ledger for consultancy purposes. Don't mind my mix-up of services. Then I can save it. You can see now that now it is accepted. If you go to the list of chart of account from my panel here, that must have been added. Look at it. It's already there. So this one I have shown you is actually the indirect way of entering a particular item or ledger. You can repeat this same process for customer. You can repeat this same process for vendors or for ledgers or for even items. So these are indirect way of doing it. Don't worry, by the time we get to the our buying and selling, you will see how we can do the same thing for both customers and the vendors. So I'm going to move on at this point and save it. If I save it, you see that everything is now on the consultancy now is now on the list of my consultancy services. Okay, let me say, for instance, this consultancy services is a mother. Are you with me? Hello? Hello? See, look at my accountancy service now. Can you see it? Accountancy service. So I can make the accountancy service, I can make it a mother that will have children, just like the way we have done before. And it can be a child under another one by making it a sub and so on like that. But for the purpose of this training, I will assume that I have taken you the service type. So I'm going to move on to the inventory part. The inventory part. Unfortunately, I'm not really communicating. I would have loved suggestion from people to give us what can make up our inventory part. I would have loved people communicating, as in talking, to give me what can make up our inventory. I'm going to open Control N again.
Salam alaikum, sir. I think the people can make their suggestions by typing it in the chat, and you can look at the chat.
Okay. Yes. It's all right. Okay, no. Okay, now let's look at a situation whereby our inventory parts can be useful for both manufacturing section and wholesale section. So can somebody suggest to us the inventory parts we can use that will fit these two areas? Okay. I'm suggesting a telephone company whereby they can sell the battery, they can as well sell the parts, and they can as well put all these things together as a complete phone. So please give me the parts. Give me the parts. What are the parts we have for a telephone? The first inventory part for telephone can be what? Battery. Thank you. So I'm taking the battery first, and this is a battery. Get out.
Panel.
Battery. So we can say 3.7 volts battery, and from here a sub account of what? No, it's standing alone. It's not sub account of anything. So what is important here now is that the manufacturing part, if we know it, we put it the part number. Let's forge a number for it, and description on purchase. When we buy this item from people that we bought it from, what is our purchasing description? I'm going to say, hello, can you follow? Can you hear me? I want everybody to look at this thing very well. By the time we need it in the future, you will understand what it does.
Yes, we can hear you, sir.
Yeah. So what I'm trying to explain to you here, by the time look at this description, D2, I want to explain to you what it does. If you are able to put it now, by the time you want to buy the items, it will naturally bring the description for you. By the time you want to sell it as well, it will as well still bring it for you. That's what it does. But if you leave it blank, it means anytime you want to buy or sell, you will be the one to key it in manually yourself. So this saves a lot of your time. So we say being purchase of battery, then our subscription will be being sales of battery. Then look at another thing here, the cost. The cost at which you are buying this item is very, very important. Notwithstanding, if you don't know it, you can as well still leave it blank until you know it, or until you reach the point of purchase. At the same time, the selling price is as well important. But if you don't know it as well, you can leave it to the point of sales. Now, if you are using this item as inventory part for inventory assembly, it is extremely important that you identify your cost and selling price. So for this purpose, I'm going to say that this item is a 10,000, 1, 2, 3. And maybe probably because we are only using this for production, we can put the same 10,000. But if we know that we can as well sell this thing outside, apart from selling like this, we can actually ascertain our selling price. So for this purpose, I'm going to use 1 stone to kill 2 birds. For the purpose of using it for the inventory assembly, I will leave it as 10,000. But by the time we want to truly sell it on its own, we will use a different price. It's allowed. Then, the next question is, what is our cost of goods sold account? If anytime we buy this thing and we want to use it for production, or we want to sell it out individually, which account should take care of the cost? Which account? That's what is asking us. Now, I'm going to choose the same cost of goods sold for this training purpose. Then the income account, I'm going to choose computer and electronics income. I'm going to choose that. That's my crown. Okay, after doing this, there is another thing you need to observe here. One thing you need to observe here. Now, look at this. Look at this information. It says inventory information, asset account. What does this mean? It simply means that anytime you are stocking this particular product, a particular items, where should it be kept? Under normal circumstance, our balance sheet takes care of this using our what? Using our inventory, our stock items. So on this note again, your balance sheet will still take care of it. So this particular things you are seeing here is actually under your balance sheet and is referred to as other current assets. It is named here inventory assets. But you can take your decision and say, no, I don't want this to be inventory asset too. I have my own personal name I use in my organization. So I can say, but the type will remain the same, but the name can be changed. So let me change the name. For your own sake, I want to change the name. And I'm going to make it can you give me a name for stock item in the balance sheet? Come on, you should give me one reasonable name you can use. If you don't want to use inventory asset, can you give me a name, please? A name. I'm waiting for a name from the chat. Nobody can give me the name. Nobody's giving me a name. Can you give me a name that this our inventory asset can be changed to still under our balance sheet? Nobody's giving me a name. Look at you. Stock. Okay, what if? Okay, let me give you another instance. What if we want to categorize them? We want to categorize them under our balance sheet. We don't want it to just be inventory asset for airpiece, for battery, for what's it called? Panel, or for casing. We want to categorize them. We want to be able to know at any point in time what is the stock level of battery, what is the stock level of what's it called? Of panel. We can as well name them the same name there. You can give them the same name. So I'm going to do that for you. Just watch me. Watch me. To make it easier and faster, I will go back to chart of accounts. Then I will locate my inventory. I will locate my inventory. I'm pressing I on my keyboard to locate my inventory. So this is my inventory asset. And I need to add more assets under the same other current liability. So I'm going to press Control N on my keyboard. Then I'm going to choose other account type, and it's other current assets. Then I'm going to continue. Then my code, the code I have for my chart of account is what? Is 2121. Good. Inventory, battery. This person is good. Who is this? Sadiq. Yes, you are good. Inventory, battery, inventory, panel, inventory, casing, inventory, another one, screen. And so you can have it like that. So at any point in time, apart from the fact that you have it under your item list to monitor, you can as well have it under your inventory like that too, to track how much is the value of battery, how much is the value of panel, how much is the value of screen. At any point in time, you can do that. Anyway, our number here is 2121. When I'm adding, I'm going to use 2122. Then I'm going to name this inventory. Inventory. I'm wrong. Inventory. Battery. Sub-account of inventory assets. Then this is for our batteries. I'm going to save and new because I need another one. Oh, the account number is already in use. Please enter another number. Who used the number? Let's find out. Okay, 22 is there. Okay, let me use another thing. I don't want to leave that 201, 2121A. Then I'll save and new. And I have 2121B. And this is a inventory screen. Screen. Let me copy this because I will need it again. I'm copying this, I will need it again. Then the sub-account of inventory assembly, new again, 2121C. Then this is a inventory. What else do you have? Inventory charger. See, I'm not going to do everything for you. What I'm going to do is that after this time, what is happening? I'm trying to get voice is clear. It's not clear. Can you hear me now? Is it clear now? Oh my God.
It is
Yes, we
clear.
can hear you.
It's from my
We can
hand.
hear you.
Is my voice not clear?
It's clear.
I'm sorry, please. Okay, now I have inventory charger. I'm going to put a description, charger, and so on like that. So for the purpose of this training, I'm going to add the last one and call it inventory orders because I don't want to waste much of my time here. Inventory orders, where we can add other things that we know we can as well split. But on your own, if you start doing your own, you can actually separate them one. I'm going to save and close now. Then go back to my new list. Then press F5 to refresh my page. Then I should be able to click here and look for inventory battery. After choosing my battery, there are a few questions the system is asking me. What is my reorder point for this item? Reorder point. At what point should this item go down before I go and restock it again? I am taking 5. What is my maximum? When will I reach overstocking? Why will this thing be overstocked? I'm saying 10,000. 1, 2, 3. Then do I have anyone on hand? I said no, I don't have. The total value of it, I said don't worry. With this, I am done. So I'm going to repeat this same thing for panel, for casing, for charger, for screen in a very brief time. So just follow me and see what I'm doing. I'll talk less this time around. Okay. Ignore all of them. So it has been saved. to my list. So I have battery. Then under this my battery, Control N again. Then the next one I'm taking is inventory side part, and it's going to be casing. Then the casing, it might probably have maybe a few numbers as a model number. I'm going to say my casing is 4,000 naira. Then the cost of goods sold account that is going to is the same cost of goods sold. I'm not tracking the cost on casing. If I want to track it, I can create a sub of cost of goods sold underneath. Then my selling price, because I'm going to use it to produce another thing, let the selling remains the same. Then it's taxable. Then the income account is going to be computer and electronics. Then my description is going to be purchase of casing. And this one is going to be sales of casing. Then at this point, my inventory account, asset account that's going to carry in it is actually the, what's it called? Casing. Then it's going to be under orders because I didn't specify for casing, but you can specify it in your own case. Then, excuse me. Then at this point, I can decide to choose my reorder point and my maximum if I like. If I don't like, I leave it blank. Then I'm going to save this one as well. Then after saving this, I have both battery and the casing now. Then the third one I'm going to choose, Control N again. The third one I'm going to choose is actually the charger or the screen. Let me choose the screen. Then under my screen as a phone screen. Then maybe a few number if it's necessary. Then my cost for purchasing it is 25,000, and because it's going to be used to build more items, I use the same 25,000. And my description is a purchase of screen. Why the other one will be sales of screen. Sales of screen. And my cost of goods sold account is going to remain cost of goods. So I'm not tracking any one of them. If I want to track it, I can create a sub account for all of them as well. It's doable. Then another one. Please, everybody should keep all these questions, please. If you're asking me what is Control N for, it means you are just coming in. But if you have any question, please keep all the questions. In another 1 or 2 hours, there will be 1 hour for questioning, please. We have another 1 hour for questioning. The time is just 10:30 now. By exactly 11:30, we should start entertaining questions. We will give room for questioning. So can I go to my desktop? Okay, 10:30. My battery is 21. Okay, no problem. My battery is going down. That's my headache now. And where I am, I cannot even charge it. I'm just inside one of my uncle's vehicle running this thing for you. So please forgive me. Whatever you get, you manage it. No, sir. No. Okay, so as it is now, so we choose the income as well. The income for this one as well is the same as a computer accessory. I'm going to start answering questions by 11 o'clock because of my laptop battery. So let me give us another 30 minutes to round up this and see how it works. Please, just follow me first. The minimum, I'm choosing 5. The maximum, I leave it blank. And I say, okay. Then I refresh my screen. Refresh it, don't worry. No, don't refresh it. Okay, now, so we have the casing, we have the phone, and we have the battery. To avoid unnecessary confusion, I want to group 3 of them under one name, which is telephone or mobile phone. So I'm going to create another one, Control N for new, and it's going to be part as well. And I'm going to make it a mobile phone. Mobile phone, no number, no description. I'm not selling it. Cost of goods sold, yes. And computer and whatever, yes. No cost, nothing. And this is going to be a mother. This one there should remain this place it is. It's going to be a mother, and mobile phone should have the children of edit. Children of mobile. What's mobile phone? Mobile phone. Save this one. I want to be able to see all of them at once. That's why I'm doing this. There's no other reason. Just for me to see them. Edit this one as well, or use Control E to edit it. A sub item of mobile phone. Mobile phone. This one will enable me to see the three of them together once and for all. Then the third one is a casing. I think it's casing. Okay, we have casing there. We have mobile phone. Look, it's the battery. The battery should be edited as well. And a sub account of mobile phone. You can see that unlike when everything is scattered, if I do it like this, I can see all of them on that mobile phone. I'm just using this to group so that I'll be able to see the three of them on a page. Now, this is the case of our inventory part. If this same inventory part cannot be used in the manufacturing company to produce another item, how do we do it? How do we do it? Then I'm now going to move to inventory assembly. Control N again for new. Then I'm going to choose this time around. Please follow me up here closely. Don't do anything. Just be watching me. Just follow me, please. I'm going to choose inventory assembly this time around. You can see that the interface change. Look at it. Service is a different thing. Inventory part is a different thing. The moment I choose inventory assembly, it's a different thing entirely too. So I'm going to start by putting my names together, and I will name this one to be complete mobile phone. That's my phone. Then it's asking me, I purchased this assembly item from vendor. No, I will not check this field because I know I don't purchase it. I clone it myself. I clone this thing myself. Then, and I say, what is the cost? I leave it to the children. Which account is it going to? Cost of goods sold account. Yes, cost of goods sold account. Then the selling price. I want to wait first. I want to wait until I get my cost first. Then the tax code. Yes, it's taxable. Then the income account is still going to the same place. After finishing this, the system wants me to list all the components that will make one phone. As far as this screen is concerned, we have only 3 items registered, and I'm going to use the 3 of them only. In case you have other things, yes, you can add. But for this purpose, we have only 3 of them for now. So what I'm going to do is that I'll come down to my item, click on item, then pick the first item that can make us complete this complete mobile phone. On my drop down, look at my drop down. I can see all of them here. My focus is on mobile phone. I choose the battery first. The moment I choose the battery, you can see that all the description for battery, they just come up. Is a part, this is the cost, this is the total, and the total bill of material is 10,000. Then, next to that, my screen is short. That's why you cannot see this button. You'll have seen the on hand like the other one too. Then, next to that, you will see that we'll see something like a casing. So I'm choosing casing. Then the cost of casing now came up as well. Then next to that, the third item that will make up my production is a phone screen. Then you can see that the value of my phone is 39,000. Look at this. It's a use global preference, use define cost, or use total bill of material cost. So I'm going to choose use total bill of material cost. Then you will see that at any point in time, my bill of material, as I'm changing it, it will be changing here as well. Look at this. I want to remove the screen, escape. Then the moment I remove it, what happened? You can see that my bill of material is now 14,000. So if I change it back by adding the last one, what is that for that last one, Seth? I don't know. Okay, is the screen, and I choose the phone screen. You can see that it's working strictly on the bill of material cost. If you like, you can use your own define. There are some schools that we have done this similar thing to. And what they have decided to do is that they don't want to use the bill of material cost. Rather, they want to inflate it slightly using their own. But we advise them, instead of you using your own, that difference that you are making up, you can as well add something like, what's it called? What's it? Show me. Like other charges to make up that difference instead of using your own cost. So it's always good that you use the bill of material so that as it's updating down, it will be updating up as well. I need to drink water. I know water. Okay, so let's look at this again. These are our costs now. Then we can as well save this. Is that the calculated for bill of whatever is greater than the whatever specific amount of the selling? Yes. Let us establish our selling price. Please go back to the place again. Our selling price is let's say we use it should be 45,000 is okay. 45, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, that's about 50% markup. 50% markup about that. Okay, so let's play with this. That the selling of phone with 45,000 naira, while our cost is actually 39,000 naira. But giving consideration to other things, I think we can increase this price to 55 for the purpose of this training. Okay, so I'm going to save it. Just the way we have done this, we can do similar thing for many other things like this. Whether inventory type, whether inventory assembly, you just need to understand the basic. If the basic is clear, you have less problem. But after doing all this, somebody will ask a question. How do we get this thing into the main place? How do we get it? Okay, we just register them. Everything is carrying the value of 0, 0, 0. There is nothing inside. Can I remove this thing? Is it? What is the implication of removing this? Okay, I can minimize it. Thank you. Okay, so you can see that all of them, they are just showing 0, 0. Where is it, self? Okay, look at this one that we just did. The value is just 0. We don't have anything there, nothing. Total quantity on hand is 0. The mobile phone stuff, look at the mobile phone and its component. They are all 0, 0, 0. What is the essence of this thing? Somebody can ask that question. The essence of what we have done so far is that we just register them first. Meaning we can render this service and we can sell this item. That's what it means. For us to be able to get value inside it, we have to go to the market. We have to go to the market and buy. Once we buy, then there will not be reason for us to add the quantity that we bought from the market into our system. That is when we will now have values. If that is not the case, then we can as well do what we call quantity adjustments. Maybe in your store, you just discover maybe about 30 pieces of each and every one of them. You can come down to do your quantity adjustments under inventory. You can adjust your quantity on hand from here. You just check your warehouse and realize that most of these items are there. When you are registering them, you forget to bring them in under your opening quantity. Then you can as well still use your quantity adjustment to bring them into the system. Then by the time we bring them into the system, the next question another person will see ask me is that now that we now bring them to the system, how do we now populate our inventory assembly? That is where the issue of build now comes in. Build assembly. Build assembly is used for you to put all your inventory parts together and now build a certain quantity of your complete product. What do I mean by that? We have screen, maybe you have 30. You have casing, maybe you have 50. You have the third one, battery, maybe you have 10. Then you should be able to build certain quantity of your complete mobile phone. That's what I'm trying to explain to you. Now, have it in mind that the minimum item in your stock, in your store, determine the maximum production you can produce. Let me come again. The minimum item amongst your inventory parts determines the maximum inventory assembly you can produce. Why is it like that? It's very simple. You have battery in your stock, 50. You have screen, 100. But you have a casing, just 20. The question now is, for every production, you need 1 of all these things. If you need 1 and you put them side by side, one battery, one casing, one screen. By the time you get to 20, the screen has finished. That is your minimum. And that minimum is the maximum you can produce. You can actually assemble. That's what I mean. Okay. Let me keep moving by going to my, what is that page? Okay, is here. I think we have been able to play with setting up this. Adding new inventory, yes. Editing it, yes. Deleting it is very simple. It's your Control D. That will do it. Just press Control D. If I press Control D now on my keyboard, this one will remove, but it cannot remove. Why? Because I have used it. I have keyed in something into it. That is the reason why I can only make it inactive. Just the way I explained to you when we were doing chart of account last week, any item that you have already used that has history, you cannot delete them, but you can make them inactive. By the time you make them inactive, it will not be useful for you on your day-to-day activities anymore. And if you are doing your reporting, because you don't key in anything into it, nothing will show on your report side on it anymore. So let me keep moving by canceling this, but have it in mind that your Control D can actually help you to delete anything you want to delete. Okay, there's one more thing I have not shown you. Let me show you this. The issue of duplicates. The issue of duplicates. What is the issue of duplicates? Let me look at this paracetamol now. In my organization, let's say for instance, we produce, Oga is a back tire. Oga, excuse me, please. Oga mechanic, I think it's a back tire. It's not the back tire. Okay. Okay, I'm sorry, please. Let's say paracetamol is one of our products. Then I want to configure another one that has similar characteristics like paracetamol. I can just right click and choose duplicate. Once I duplicate it, what will I do? I just need to change the name to the right name instead of showing dupe. It's no longer paracetamol, so that the name will not be duplicated in full. This one is paracetamol. Paracetamol. I've changed the L to M, or let me say is a Paracetavex. Paracetavex. But every other thing is the same. The price, the this, the that, everything is the same. I can just use that and click on save. Look, you can see that I have used duplicates of a paracetamol to create Paracetavex. So you can as well use duplicate like that. One more thing I think people are interested to see, but unfortunately, I don't have any ready-made data. So just follow me to create one for myself. I'm clicking on my window. I'm going to Excel. And from my Excel sheet, do I have Excel installed on this? Yes, I have it. Then I open my Excel sheet. Then my Excel sheet is an assumption of all my lists. This my Excel sheet is an assumption. I want new. Then it's an assumption of all my list that I have as a new company trying to set up, as an administrator, try to set up a QuickBooks accounting package for a particular organization, and I'm coming in with a list of items. So what am I trying to do? In this people's organization, they have something like instance. I need instance. Let's say they are into provision. So they have close up. That is the name of the items. This is the item names. They are selling close-ups. Then they sell close-ups and they sell, no, so that will not take much of my time. Let me take this one as a close-up 1, close-up 2, and this one is a Control Enter, copy, done. And this one is a close-up 2, and I need close-up 1 to 5. So I choose close-up 1 to 5, 1 to 12. Then I again, let's say we have, give me another item I can sell, Tom as a product, and maybe a few other things like that. And the price of the Tom, this is the price. This is a purchase price. This is the cost. For instance, all these things, they are all just for instance. Then on-hand quantity is this. I want to assume that on-hand quantity is this one is 23. This one is 15. This one is 30. Just pick it randomly like this. I don't want this. Remove this one. Okay. So I just pick another random. Please don't mind my. I'm just trying to generate few figures for myself. 34, 62. Okay, good. This is the quantity on hand, and let's say our price varies, and so maybe just vary. Give this one, okay, 5, 6, and it just keeps moving like that up to this place. The cost as well is 2 naira and 3 naira, and the two of them just move together like that up to this extent. And from here, I say this one is 23 naira and is 11 naira. Okay, I'm using this just as an example of the last part. I want to take you on the inventory items. Sorry, item configuration of your item list. That's what I'm trying to explain. So I will go back to my QuickBooks. Then from my QuickBooks, this time around, I am just configuring this for a particular organization. I am tired of typing all their item list 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. Then the easiest way for me is to ask them, please give me the Excel sheet of all your inventory lists. And it has been given on to me. And here we have it. So what I'm trying to do now, I want to bring in all these things in multiples. I'm going to right click on my page and choose add/edit multiple items. This page will open for me in the next few seconds. Then when I have it like this, I can say that I want to add new one. Where am I adding it? It's under inventory part. Then it's asking me that it's showing only active inventory. I don't care. What I'm care of now is I want to add new ones. Then I look at my last page, my last row. I click on it. It's blinking. The last one is blinking for me. Ta, 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 ta. Once it's blinking like this, what should I do? I'll go back to my Excel sheet. I'll copy from my first to the last. Control C to copy it from this place. Alt tab to go back to my Excel, to my Quickbooks accounting package. Control V to paste it there. It's already pasted. Then go back again. Identify my cost, my selling price. Control C to copy it. Then come back to the same place under selling price. Sorry, sir. Then paste the same thing to it. You can see that I paste the same thing to the place. Then next to that is my cost of purchase. I as well copy all of them. Then come back to the same place, identify my cost feed, then paste the same thing to reflect there as well. After I have done all this, then I want to identify my on-hand quantity. This your something is distracting. I have to remove it up. Sorry. I want to identify my on-hand quantity. It should be here. Oh, it's there. Then I click on this same place. While I'm there, I'm moving back to my Excel sheet. Then copy my quantity on hand as well. Go back to my QuickBook page. Then paste it as well over there. It didn't take it to. It didn't take it. Why? Because my format might be bad. I might have a very bad format. So what I'm going to do is that to make this thing work for me, let me use a formula in Excel. I will right click on it and drag it here, then choose copy here as values only. Maybe that's my problem. Then after copying as values only, let me limit this one that is causing trouble to 60. This one causing trouble again to 60, whatever. Then as values only, I'm copying again and going back to the Quickbooks to correct the overflow. And this time around, it has accepted it. So it was actually wrong because of my formula that I used in the first place. Now that it has been corrected, you can see that it's accepting it. But a few more things need to be changed. I will move back slowly to my cost of goods sold account. If I want to use a particular cost of goods sold for this, I will click on it. Let's say, for instance, I want to choose purchase resales items. The moment I choose it, I want to repeat the same thing for all these ones. But I'm considering the fact that it's going to take my time to copy this thing down to the bottom. So I'm going to right click on it and I'll tell the system, copy down, copy down. Then it's going to copy everything down to the bottom for me. The moment I get all this thing done, the next thing I need to do, okay, I have not identified my income account, which I'm going to click here and choose my income account as well. It still remains, oh, I think we said is a TomTom and provision. Okay, let's also use another thing for this one. I'm going to use merchandise sales for it. I will repeat the same thing I did under my cost of goods sold. Right click on it and choose copy down. The system will automatically copy the same thing down for all of them from that end. After doing all this, I'm sure that all this thing has been perfected. The next thing I need to do is to click on save changes. And I'm doing that right now. The system is saving it, is rolling. It is saving, and it's telling me that 13 items has been recorded and saved for me. let us truly count whether it is 13 or not. I'm going to take from this row to the bottom and come down to my Excel sheet at the bottom and realize that this is actually 13. If you cannot see my screen for your own sake, I'm going to count for you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So the QuickBooks has successfully keyed in 13 inventory items for us. I'm going to click OK, and I'm going to close this page. But before I close it, let me show you a few other things you might need to know. In the process of using this page, there are a few other things you are looking for you cannot see. You can actually customize your columns by adding more or by removing from it. If I click on anywhere and I choose customize column, I can actually add more things to my page. Maybe few things I don't want to see or few things I want to see more, like marks, like rep, like as of which date, and so on like that. Is that the only place I can get it done? The answer is no. If I as well come to my right top here, I can see the same customized columns there. If I click on it, it will take me to the same place. So using this interface, you can bring in your Excel sheets, a list of items, and use it to keep working for your client. I can see that 2 people are raising up their hands, but believe me, we still have another 2 minutes to start answering questions. Please let me finish this time so that we can start asking questions. I'm sorry, please. Thank you. Okay, now I'm closing this page, and you can see that on our inventory item list, we have the new items that we added to it. You can see them as many as we have added. Okay, that is it. As far as I'm concerned, let me go back to our page. We are done with setting up inventory items. Maybe the next one we're supposed to look into is setting up inventory asset. Because of our time, I might skip this place for you, but I will allow you to ask questions on it. It's the same process. Inventory asset and inventory item is the same process. The only difference is one is what you sell, the other one is your assets. The interface is the same. The only thing you need to do is the same, add the same with the same shortcut, edit as you can edit, delete as you can delete, customize as you can customize. Everything is the same. So I'm going to skip it for the purpose of this training so that we can have sufficient time to finish this our training, maybe for the next 2 classes. Because my router is weak, there is no power to charge it. My, what's it called? My laptop is weak and I don't have, oh my God. And I don't have anywhere to charge it now. I'm on a journey, and this was just arranged to make sure that we don't fail, we don't disappoint our people that are interested in learning this thing. So as we have it, it's 11 o'clock. You can keep asking your question until my power goes off. I'm closing this. Look at it. My power is, I just have approximately 35% more. So the first question should please come up. So I'm taking the first question now. What is the cost of the different QuickBooks category? Is this desktop version available or it's online based? Yes, I'm answering this first question by telling you that the cost as well varies. What you need to do, if you need to discuss how much it's going to cost you to get it, please, you can call me personally on my line. It's 0805-66-14155. That is my that's my WhatsApp number as well. It's 0805-66-14155. Then you are asking whether it is desktop version or online version. The last meeting that we had, we demonstrated the cloud version and the desktop version. The one we have been working with so far is actually the desktop version. And the cloud version of it, we as well demonstrated it last week using one of my clients' database. Then, the second person say charging ports. I don't understand the charging ports, please. The third question says, in most cases, the cost is not fixed. Yes, like I said, If your cost is not fixed, who is removing these people from my list? If your cost is not fixed, you can leave it blank until you need it. That's what I explained the other time. If your cost is not fixed, please leave it blank until you need the cost. You cannot do it. Now, wow, who is pushing these people down now? I don't understand this thing again.
No, they are not pushing it down. It's just that they are not pushing it down. The one that you have answered, they are just typing answer there. Nobody. Then
Okay. But I'm just seeing few now. Okay, this charging port is not explainable. I don't know what it's saying. Please, you can remove it as well.
No, charging port is when you were asking them to name some things. I think instead of them to type it, the person now type it in the question and answer section. You know, when you were asking them to name inventory parts.
Okay. So let me answer the next one. Does any trigger comes up when you record, when the recorder are rich? That one is not for me as well, man. That one is not for me as well. Okay, we have four people raising up their hands, but they should just give me a few minutes to answer these last two questions. How do we key in opening inventory? Yes. How do we key in opening inventory? You have 2 or 3 ways of doing that. Let me switch to the Quickbooks. You have 2 or 3 ways of doing that to key in opening balances to Quickbooks. The first way you can use, when you are on the list, you are on your item list, then you try to create any new item, provided it is inventory part. I'm going to demonstrate one for you now by pressing Ctrl N on my keyboard. Then I will choose inventory part. If you look at the bottom, look at it. On hand quantity, you can actually key in your opening balance in that place. By the time you do that, the system will automatically do something for you. Inside Quickbooks, there's one account, there's one ledger called opening balance equity. Opening balance equity is a balancing ledger. Put it that way. Is it? Let me look at it for you. Oh, I'm going to Oh yeah, now opening balance equity. Is it that I've removed it? Look at it. This opening balance equity is what you will use to bring in all your opening balance through your ledger. That's the second way you can do it. Now, what does this mean? What it means is that for any reason, at any time, opening balance equity must be 0. What it does is that if you have your opening ledgers, like your conversion of your balance sheet into like something like a statement of affairs, you now have it in form of normal trial balance showing debit and credit. Then the opening balance, you will now use your general ledger to key in all these things using the various accounts and opening balance equity at the second leg. By the time you finish up, you must get the opening balance equity must be 0. If it is not 0, you are having problem. It means your trial balance in the first place does not balance. So when you have such problem, what do? I mentioned it last week. There are 2 things you can do. The first one is to create director's account. Then push this money away from the opening balance equity into director's account. Alternatively, push this money into the reserve, but it must be lifted up from opening balance equity. So you have whether the reserve or the director's account to lift it to. So in these 2 ways, you can actually bring in your opening inventory. Whether this way, which is the best, or whether using your journal and manually pass through opening balance equity on your own. That's it. The next question. Can Quickbooks do inter-branch transfer of inventory for food, whatever clinical business? Yes, it can do transfer, but the problem is that if you want to use the one that can do transfer, I can't lie to you, you will pay through your nose. It is actually inventory, advanced inventory edition. When I was mentioning to you different type of edition, I forgot actually to mention to you, there's another one called Advanced Inventory Edition. That one is basically meant for people that are into this remote multi-branch transfer of this from this location to another location and so on like that. So because of the fact that we in Aishwarez and Associates realize that this one will cost you more, I think it's approximately $999 to get a license for that, which means you are going to pay approximately about 480,000 naira to get a license for this particular one that you are asking me for. Why ordinarily, if you want to buy ordinary enterprise from ordinary, we are selling from buying from their own sub dealer, you can get it for approximately 80,000 or thereabouts. So look at the difference between the two of them. So what we do at Aishwarez and Associates is that we will come, look at your type of organization, then bring in an intermediary software that will do this kind of like transfer you say you want to do. We will create a local made application for you that will do this thing for you locally, but still integrated into Quickbooks accounting package. I hope this answers your question. The next one said, this person asked that I have 13 edition on my system. Is there any way I can upgrade to 18 because it does not have accountant module? Oh, no. Don't get it wrong. Whether you are using 13, whether you are using 15, whether you are using 14 or any edition, the most important thing is that if you are buying, you get the accountant edition. In 2013 as well, for Premier and Enterprise, they still have accountant edition. Notwithstanding, if you wish to upgrade, you can contact me personally. It can be discussed. Can it do cartoon and piece on BC in BC? I don't understand. What? Okay, cartoon. Yes, of course. You can use it to undo something like that is what I was trying to explain concerning unit of measure. When I was trying to explain to you unit of measure, it means the type of measure that you use to identify your stock, whether kg, whether grams, whether pieces, whether cartons, and so on like that. Of course, it can handle it. But you know my advice. My advice is this. Any organization that is into bulk buying and selling of certain products, and you feel it is so much, my candid advice is that what you do is that you combine QuickBooks POS to QuickBooks accounting. That is the best way you can get best results. So when you realize that your organization do more of inventory stuff and you don't have the capacity to go and buy their advanced inventory type, of course, excuse me, you can decide to go for what's it called? To go for QuickBooks POS in combination with QuickBooks accounting. You will still get the same result that advanced inventory will do for you. In fact, let me see. Just give me a few minutes. I'm logging on to QuickBooks POS. In QuickBooks POS as well, you have the what's it called? Inventory transfer features in it. And of course, I have to be sincere with you. I only use it once. The organization I use it for, after like 2 years, we have some challenges that he wants to go online, and he stopped using QuickBooks because he wants to go online. But I think he's having some challenges now because he felt that BC can take him online, which they didn't get 100%. So he's trying to come back to QuickBooks now. Maybe if he should come back, maybe we'll be able to continue with him with this the transfer of item. This password should be admin. Sorry, as if I forget this password. Can you give me a few minutes I want to know the company I'm opening. I have a few of them. Okay, this is EB. Does EB has anything in it? There's nothing in EB. Let me choose another company. Can I take? Okay, let me choose EB. I think I remember EB's password. Okay, this is what I'm trying to explain to you. Look at this very well. This is QuickBooks POS 2018 as well. It has all the features you are looking for inside inventory, advanced inventory of QuickBooks accounting. So instead of you wasting much of your money to go and get that one balances of approximately 450K, you can as well combine this with it and you will get the same result. Let me open for you the page, the preference, where you can see that it actually has the feature of a transfer. Look at it, still the stock exchange. So you can actually use these features to do your exchange between the two stores, or maybe 3 or 4 stores. You can use these features to play around it. And moreover, this thing should come down. Sorry, should come down. If you look at your finance center, you can see how you can actually relate this thing back to QuickBooks accounting as well. This is not our primary area of training, so I will not go deep into it. I will close that and go back to my QuickBooks. Then open up your questioning again, the chat. My number is 08056614155 or 08085809157. Okay. Now, going back to our question, can QuickBooks allow negative inventory? Okay, no. I think I skipped some question. Trigger comes to recorder. Okay, can I simultaneously set up cost of goods sold and whatever at the same time? Yes. You can simultaneously set up the 2 of them at the same time. It will not cost you any trouble. Can we say the sub item are also regarded as a cost center? Partially. You can use it like that partially, but not in 100% form. But if you can tell me what you really want to use to do, of course, I'll be able to explain to you more what you mean by whether you can make it cost centers. But in natural sense, if you're looking at the cost centers in the real sense, I think your class will do what you are looking for you. By the time we get to the issue of class, you will see how it works in action. Can QuickBooks allow negative inventory? Yes. If you give room for negative inventory, then you will be seeing the negative inventory. But meanwhile, the system will caution you that this item you want to sell, you don't have it. So after it must have told you this, it leaves the decision for you to decide whether you want to go ahead and say, don't worry, I have upcoming inventory, I will key it in later. Sell this one for me, let this one go. So in most cases, it's not good. But like I said, the system will actually inform you that this item you want to sell, you don't have it. So you will not be able, sorry, you can go ahead and do that. But in the case of inventory assembly, forget it. You don't have it, you can't build it. The next question. I try import chart of account from Excel sheet, and it's not uploading. Oh, sorry. You are not doing it in the right way. That's why it's not uploading. Let me show you. Chart of account is here for you. Are you with me? I have a chart of accounts. But what you're supposed to do, if you want to bring it off of account or you want to export it, there is something we call IIF file. It is interpreted as Intuit Interchange Formats. IIF file, Intuit Interchange Format. If you have your chart of account in another application that you really wish to use, and you want to use it in another one, what you just need to do is to come to file. Then from file, you choose a utility, then you choose export, then you choose list of IIF file. That means you are taking from the old one now. Then you choose IIF file. Then you choose chart of account. If you have any other one you want to export, just click them like this. Then you okay it. Then you choose your location. I'm going to choose my desktop. And I will say chart of account. Then I will save it. It has been saved. If I need to bring it in back, I'll go to the same place. I'm going to choose utility. I'm going to choose import. And I'm going to choose IIF file. And I'm going to choose this chart of account. I'm going to open it. And it's going to integrate it for me. But I might have, okay, no, there will not be issue. But I might have issue, say it's done. Your data has been imported successfully. This is the best way to bring in chart of account. Now, have it in mind. There's a logic behind this that many people don't know. This IIF file, you can open, you can as well change the extension. Are you with me? You can as well change the extension to open it in Excel sheet. Now, Excel, they just doctor it for us to call it IIF file, but don't worry. I'm going to remove the Excel now. This one now, cut it out and call it XLSX. Yes, change it. I want to change it. Then I want to open it. You cannot open it. Ah, there's a problem. Oh. We used to open this in those days as far back as 2013 edition. I'm not saving this thing. I'm coming up. Don't save it. Okay, if that one does not take it, then this one will take it. We used to do this thing that time. The format is does not match. The file could not be unless you trusted it. Do you don't open it? Do you still want to open it? Open it now. I want to see it. Bam. So this is how we used to do it that time, as far back as 2013 edition. This is the logic we use. So, as a mathematician and as a smart guy who really want to bypass the issue of it's not coming, after you have exported it in IIF format, change the extension to XLS, then do your copy and paste, giving consideration to the name of your ledgers. Sorry, like this. Change the, put all of them, copy and paste them here. Arrange them according to the format. The moment you do that, close it. You must have done your own, then you save it. Then you change your extension back to IIF. Then you enter it back. You say no problem. It will return it back to Quickbooks format. Then at this point, you can bring it in. That is one logic. Then the one you must have tried. Let me try with you the one. This one I showed to you is one I use always. Because as far back as 2013, this direct importing sometimes fail too, just like you said. But let us look at it together. Chart of account. I want to take this one up. Then come to under accounts. And so there's something like import from Excel. Then I'm going to choose my Excel sheet and do my formatting. The person that asked this question, can he tell me that he's following me? Hello? 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 Yeah. The person that asked this question, that is trying to use Excel is not coming. Is the person following this one I'm doing? Because I'm pretty sure, good. I'm pretty sure that what you missed is actually the mapping. I just observed that now. In Quickbooks, there's something called mapping. Mapping is your ability to map your Excel sheet with your, what's it called? With your Quickbooks columns. If you're able to get that right, you will not have any problem. It's not asking us, this data file has header and row. Yes, it might have. So what I'm going to do for you is that I'm going to go to desktop, create an Excel sheet, right click. For your own sake, please follow me. I'm going to create an Excel sheet, and I will call it chart of account. Then I'm going to key in the basic things that the application should ask for. What are those basic things? The first one is what? Is the name. Let's pick from the QuickBooks itself. Because if you don't understand this basic thing, you will have a problem with it. Then the type. Then we might not care about the currency, the balance. We might not care about the balance. Let's try with these two first. Let's go together, please. Then I'm coming down. I'm going to add only one name here and only one type here. So my interest is actually give me the meaningful name. What is the name of that person? I will use your name to do it so that I will know that chart. The person's name is it Rukoya? We are following. Okay, I'm going to use Rukoya as the name of the account. Rukoya. Well, Rukoya something. Rukoya something. And the type, I'm going to choose a type of my type should be equity. Equity is easier for me to type. It's equity. I'm going to save it like this, and I'm going to close it. I'm going to close it. Then at this point, I will go down to my account. Then I will say import from Excel sheet. Then I'm going to choose my Excel sheet from my desktop in chart of account. It's loading. Please give it some time. Okay, starting Microsoft Excel. It's loading. It has loaded. So after loading, I'm going to pick my sheet, which is the first sheet. Then I'm going to do my mapping, add new mapping. And my mapping is basically the type, which is the name, which is the type, and the name, which is the name. Then after doing those two things, I save it. Mapping names is Wallace map. Wallace map. That's my map. Then it's account, yes. Then I'm going to save it. Then I'm going to import this. Once you import this data into QuickBooks, you cannot undo it. For this reason, we recommend that blah, 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 blah. Do you want to back up? No, don't back me up. Then after keying it, let us look for Rukoya. Whether Rukoya is there. Did I choose no? Is it that I choose no? Please, I'm sorry. Let me repeat it again. It's as if I choose no. Import. Starting the Excel. Yeah, starting the Excel. My mapping is Wale map. This is my source. Is sheet 1. And I'm choosing import. Do you want to continue to import? Yes, I want to continue. Then let's see what happens. It's trying to find it. It's trying to load it. Okay, import is finished. One record has been imported and 0 record has been error. Okay, so we say okay. And at this point, I can look for Rukoya. under equity. Bam. Okay, so you can see that now we have Rukoya under equity. So it's as simple as that. You should not have any difficulties playing with this thing. Now I have shown you two ways to bring in your import. Whether you use the IRF file or you use the Excel sheet, but you have to get your map right. The next question. The next question here is does anything trigger? Can we use the sub? I've answered this question, please. Okay, if we don't have any other question here, where are the people raising up their hands? How will I see people raising up their hands, please? Okay. Among the four of them, can I start from the top, which is I said the person should unmute, please. Hello, please ask your question. Ajadi Muideen, please, your question.
You have answered it. You have answered along your.
I have answered it. Thank you. Okay, the next person is Atanda. Please, can you ask your question? Can you unmute yourself and answer this question, please?
Okay, please. Can you come back? Actually, what is the observation?
Can I do what?
No.
I think you were raising up your hand. Okay, here.
Oh, sorry.
No, I said the Atanda should ask question, please.
Okay. Okay. I hope I'm audible enough.
Okay, now I can hear you. I can hear you. Go ahead, please.
Okay. My little contribution will just be to commend your efforts. I actually have been following keenly, except that from the interaction, we have been able to understand that parasita vex can actually be a replacement for paracetamol.
No, it's not a replacement. I only show you how you can duplicate a similar item to create another one.
Yes. It's on a lighter mode. The other time I overheard that you said you needed to drink water. Have you been able to drink water now?
No. Don't worry. It's okay. Go ahead.
Okay. I think so far it's been a wonderful outing. I'm commending you for that. Please go ahead with this program.
Thank you. Please, the next person. The next person is Kuya Taiwo. Can you go ahead?
No, I think you are looking at the panelist section. You should look at those that have raised their hand. I didn't raise my hand. You're looking at the panelist section. Okay, so on the everyone, you see those that have raised their hand. It's those you should not allow to talk.
Good morning. Please, can you call me back in a few minutes? Thank you. Let me answer this question first. Okay. Allowed to talk. Okay, Larry Akambi, please go ahead. Hello, Larry Akambi. Hello. Can we hear from Larry Akambi, please?
Yes.
Okay, if Larry is not available, what of Josephine? Is Josephine still there?
No.
Josephine is not there.
Good morning, sir.
You said what?
Good morning, sir. And well
Please,
done.
good morning. Please, you have to be fast. My router battery is down, and my system is going down as well.
Yes, I asked a question when you were handling the inventory aspect, the reorder level, both minimum and maximum. So I was trying to find out that if the stock level gets to the band, maybe the minimum.
Can you speak loud? Can you speak louder, please?
Okay. I said when you were handling the inventory section, you found that it could be set, the reorder levels could be set to both the minimum and the maximum levels.
Yes.
For instance, a trader who has set the minimum and maximum levels for a product, is there any trigger like a message or something to tell the person?
No. There's no trigger, but there's a reminder page that will be showing you what you are doing. Right? See, look at this. Look at my screen. There's a place called, I think reminder is under favorite or look at it, reminders.
Okay.
So on the list of your reminder, you will see what you are doing wrong. You can see few things like look at this. Bill to pay, sales, order to print, this over due invoices and the rest. Okay. So on the normal circumstance, I don't know why I can minimize these things for you. There's a small button here. This your Zoom has taken a lot of things from my page. There's a smaller button around here that will be telling you the number of reminders that you have on the screen, but not that it will specifically pop up for you that you are understocking particular whatever. No, you will see everything in summary on this list.
Oh, I see. Then I also asked a question on importing, for instance, the bank statement.
Can you speak loud, please?
I said I also asked another question on importing a bank statement. I don't know how possible it is. If, for instance, I download it.
If you say importing bank statement, what do you want to do with it?
With the intention of preparing a report with it.
You want to import your bank statement
for instance,
in Excel sheet?
Yes.
No.
In Excel format. Then import into QuickBooks and then prepare reports based on that. I don't know.
Well, I have not tried that before to bring in the entire books, but we are on the page where we can actually examine that together. Let me go up to the beginning, and I'm going to maintain my chart of accounts. If such feature is there, you will see it now. Chart of account is here, and let's say, for instance, this is a what's it called? This is a GTB, so I'm opening down GTB. I'm not sure you have such feature where you can actually bring in all those things into it. But one thing I know you can do, you can actually bring in batch transaction. If you feel that your bank statement should come in, and you can group them in expense and income on your Excel sheet. With the help of this accountant edition, are you following?
Yes, sir.
With the help of this accountant edition, you can use something like batch enter transaction to do that kind of thing. I want to believe that if you right click on it, you can copy it down. Then your number will be there. The only difference you will have, I have closed that page. You can as well use your copy and paste. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
If you have it in the format that you want, that can be married to this batch transaction, what you need to do is just to use your copy and paste on Excel sheet and QuickBooks. The moment you do that, it will automatically paste it for you and save it as different transaction. Okay. Do you get it at all?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Did you follow when I was explaining how you can bring in batch item list?
I did.
Yeah, it's the same process. The only difference between this and that.
I did.
Yes, the only difference between this and that is that you will now need to change your dates. You know, the date will not be the same. Except you are bringing in, you are importing date as well in QuickBooks format. So if you can actually get everything imported in QuickBooks format, of course, you can do it using accountant edition. On this particular page, I am. The moment you do that, okay, do we have time? Can we pick 3 or 4 transactions and see whether you will have more particular idea of what you are talking about?
Okay, sir.
Good. I'm going to my screen. I'm going to open up chart of accounts here. Unfortunately, I have removed that one. And we will assume a transaction that happened today. Control semicolon today. That happened today. Then add one more day. So we have 2 days. Then this is our date. Then we assume the name of our person to be Olu and Bayo. If this name is not there, I don't know whether to go, but it should go. The system should be able to create the name for us. Olu and Bayo. Then the money that we spend on these two persons is 20,000 and 30,000. Then what they use the money for is actually, let us pick a particular code in our ledger. Oh, wow. Where is it now? Get out. Don't ask me again. Okay. Let us pick particular code on our chart of accounts here. I'm picking under expenses. I'm picking rent. That is 4511 and 4509. So my assumption is that the account that is in is going to is 4511 and 4509. Okay, good. What other thing do we need from that page? Let's go back to the batch transaction. We need the payee, which we have gotten. We need the account that the money is going to. Yes, we need the amount that is going, we're going to check. And it's actually a check. Then we are spending from, let's say it's a GTB, and the memo can be something entirely. So I'm going to go back to my Excel sheet and copy this to, then come back to this place, then paste it. Then the number is generated. The name of the payee are not there. I'm going to copy two of them, then go back to my page, then paste it. Olu is there, Bayo is not there. So what's going to happen? It's telling me that Bayo is not there. Olu is not on the list of the payee. Yes, quick add. You see that it eventually add it up, and I say it's orders. Then I click OK. Then I have Olu and Bayo. Which account is this money waiting to happen now? Bayo is not there too. Oh yeah, I have Bayo too, don't worry. Ordinary, bam. Then I use the account that the money is going to. This account is actually these two accounts. I copy this as well. Then I paste it here. The moment I paste it, recognize the two of them as my account. Then the amount involved, I come here. Then I choose my account, which is 20,000 and 30,000. Then I come back here. Then I just get the first one and I paste it there. My memo is for, what is your name?
Josephine.
Huh?
Josephine.
Okay. My memo is for Mrs. Josephine. I don't have time to write the other one. Then I can right click on it and copy it down. Then from this end, I can say save transaction. Then I can say save transaction. Transaction will be saved to the following account, GT. Would you like to continue? I say yes. Then I have saved to transaction. And if you go back to the GT details at this point in time, I'm going to go back to chart of account, then open the GT ledger. Then you can see now that we have these two transactions, 30 and 20 for Josephine, and the administrative account that would charge the money to is there. The value has increased. Do you get that right?
Yes, sir.
So invariably, you can do what you are asking for, but you have to do it for the debit side separate. You have to do it for credit side separately. The next question. The next person is Kafila. Please, Kafila, you can talk, please. Hello. Hello, Kafila. Okay, if you are not talking. Okay, this is Larry Akambi. Do you want to talk? I have just 12% more on my laptop. Just 12% more. One is gone. We are done. Hello. Okay. Can Muyiwa talk? Muyiwa Bankole, can you talk?
Hello.
Yeah, go ahead, please.
Hello.
Please go ahead. Speak loud and go ahead.
Okay. All right. Thank you for the training. We really appreciate you. I don't know, when in a situation where you have a gift card.
Can you speak loud, please?
Where you have a gift card, you've created a gift card, a gift card account for a gift card account. Okay. How do you make use of the gift card to reduce the invoice of a customer? How do you make use of it?
Okay, please, can you make yourself clear? If you say gift card, what do you mean by you want to compensate your customer for?
No,
Hello?
a gift card, a customer paid some money in advance. So probably you put it inside the gift card.
He made some advance payment.
Yes.
Abi?
Yes.
When customer made advance payment, that particular account should reside under your liability account.
Okay.
It is unrealized income.
Income, exactly.
Do you understand?
Sir.
It is unrealized income. So when the customer paid in advance, that money will reside inside your liability account. And the moment the customer paid, that means the service has been rendered to it, then your account can be charged normally. Are you an accountant?
Normally. Okay, yes, sir. I'm an accountant.
You're an accountant, you understand what I'm saying. So if the name you are calling it in your business is gift card, you have to create an account which is going to be a liability account under your inside your balance sheet. And you are going to name it gift card. So the moment you call it gift card, any customer that you are attending to that is paying in advance, their name will be reflecting in it. Gift card from from this person. That the moment you disutilize, you pass your journal to utilize it as an accountant. Do you understand, or you need more explanation?
Yes, I do.
More question,
I understand the debit and credit aspect of it. Thank you very much, sir.
Exactly.
Yes,
another question.
Your battery is
okay. My battery is low. Please, I'm very sorry for the whole house. Please accept me for this my power shutdown. I'm not in a position to charge this battery. The place I am, somebody just helped me to take this laptop down, and you can see that it's shutting down already.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, sir. Thank you very much. We thank everybody also for staying put. Like we apologize again. Not that we're supposed to end the session in the afternoon, but we have to end it a bit earlier. Facilitator is out of location, and he had to find time to even do this for us. You can see that he joined from his car. He was looking for reception, a nice reception in his hotel room. The network was bad, and he had to move around till he got somewhere that he could even take what it took. So inshallah, we will continue in our next class. We have 2 more classes to go. We'll continue then and we'll finalize. And don't worry, we will send the slides. Once are done, we'll send the slides to all of our email addresses. And then, of course, we have your email address from the registration into the Zoom platform. We automatically download the email for us. So please don't bother about sending the email address. You will get it in your okay, so I also just got informed that if the lecturer is even come back to finalize the question, it's just sent to the laptop. So if we still want to listen to some question and answer, you can hang on.
Mr. Queer. Hello, sir.
Yes, sir.
At this juncture, I just want to advise the center
I can't hear you, sir.
That's why it's better we drop the curtain.
Yeah. Yeah, but I got a call now from Mr. Sanusi that he said he's joining back.
Hello. You promised to give us the phone number of facilitator last week. You haven't give it to us.
We've dropped it on we've dropped the phone number on the group. Oh. Check the chat box.
Okay.
I will drop it again, but I've dropped it. He has also dropped it himself. I will send it again. The phone number of the facilitator, right?
Yes.
Sending it again. I've sent it in the chat box again now.
Okay.
005661415. That's his WhatsApp
Okay.
number.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Mr. Kuya, sir.
Yes, sir.
Can you please remind us tomorrow's presentation for those who are not aware of that, and the others to equally be aware of the presentation?
You mean the FIS class?
Yes.
No, it's next week. It's not tomorrow.
It's not holding tomorrow.
No, it's next week. FIS class is there's a 2 week interval. It's next week.
Okay, thank you very much.
All right. So I think we should just draw the curtain and then continue next week. Thank you everyone for joining.